Hey, this is Bryan again with another tribute to my grandpa, which I've been doing for a little while now. I'm excited for those that have joined in recently, those of you that have been here listening to these poems of my grandpa or different memories and stories. This one I hope will be a lot of fun, and it really talks about a theme in my grandpa's life that I don't necessarily identify with, but I thought it was a lot of fun to bring up. And it's this element of fishing. You know, with family that have sent pictures, and I've seen a lot of things over the years, my grandpa liked fishing. That was one of his things. He liked to fish. When it looked like when he was a kid, he went fishing where he lived. And then when his kids were young, especially his oldest two, I saw lots of pictures with them fishing. And I believe he took all of his kids, even his last son, fishing as well. And so fishing was just one of the things that he liked to do. I, however, on the other hand, I cannot say that that's me. By any means or stretch of the imagination do I feel like that's the case. I remember a guys trip we went on to a few years back with a bunch of good buddies. And one of the things we were going to go fishing. And so I did everything I could to have fun with these guys to go fishing. But ultimately, I just feel like I waste a lot of time, because this is how fishing is for me. When I go fishing, I'm worried about what I'm putting on, the lure, the bait. Is it the right thing? Is it the wrong thing? Am I casting too far? Am I casting too shallow? Should I be over there in the weeds? Or should I be way out there in the deep water? Where should I go? And then I'm reeling in. Am I reeling in too fast or too slow? Okay, is it good enough? Is it above water, below water? Is my bobber on there? And like for me, that's like a million things running through my head of like what's going on. And I've learned from other people that are good at fishing that it's like none of what I do. It's kind of like, just relax and let the things happen as they do. But I think it's funny because I've been fishing a lot over a lot. I think I've been fishing enough that I should be able to tell if I'm good or if I enjoy it or if I don't. And typically I don't enjoy fishing. I've been deep sea fishing twice for a total of about 16, maybe 12-ish hours. And I've caught very small fish. Or none. So deep sea fishing, I've tried that. I've done river, lake fishing, all that kind of fun stuff, and never have had success. The one time that I did is going with my father on a little trip up to Lee's Ferry. And in that location, we had a guide that took us where some cool things were. Like it was freezing, I had jackets and beanies and the whole bit because it was freezing. And we went out fishing, and that was the best day. And I really loved it, enjoyed every minute of fishing. And we ate what we caught at lunch, and then we went and caught a bunch more and took it out. It was just great. I've been out with scouts, with young men out fishing, and I think have never had success. I apologize for anybody that's gone fishing with me and hoped for success, because I just don't have that. But I say Lee's Ferry because my grandpa went on a fishing trip with my dad and his sons, and they went and had a lot of fun. So that same trip that I took, I think they did it in a colder climate than I did, and had a lot of fun as well. So my grandpa loved fishing. So again, with this diatribe of fishing, I want you to hear a poem that he recites. This is by Edgar A. Guest, one of the poets that my grandpa seems to love because he quotes a lot and recites a lot of his poetry. But I love hearing my grandpa, and I can tell that fishing for him was more than just what I made of it. And I hope you'll enjoy his inflections and even the emotions that come out when he's talking about fishing. And I hope you'll enjoy this poem, and I'll see you next week.
This is Out Fishing by author unknown. A feller isn't thinking mean out fishing. His thoughts are mainly good and clean out fishing. He doesn't knock his fellow men or harbor any grudges then. The feller's at his finest when out fishing. The rich are comrades to the to the poor out fishing, all brothers of a common lure out fishing. The urchin with his pin and string can chum with millionaire and king. Vain pride is a forgotten thing out fishing. A feller gets a chance to dream out fishing. He learns the beauties of a stream out fishing, and he can wash his soul in air that isn't foul with selfish care, and relish plain and simple fare out fishing. A feller has no time for hate out fishing. He isn't eager to be great out fishing. He isn't thinking thoughts of pelf or goods stacked high up on the shelf, but he is always just himself out fishing. A feller's glad to be a friend out fishing. A helping hand he'll always lend out fishing. The brotherhood of rod and line, sky and stream is always fine. Men come real close to God's design out fishing. A feller isn't plotting schemes out fishing. He's only busy with his dreams out fishing. His livery is a coat of tan, his creed to do the best he can. A feller's always mostly man out fishing.